Welcome to the Contcast for game week 9, I think. Friday the 19th of October. I'm JK, and with us today we've got Bo.
Hey guys.
Minus his brains. We've got Boss Barkley. Or just Boss as he's now known. And we've got Top Marks.
Hello, everybody.
The Naked Chef.
Yeah. You wish.
Okay, Bo, did you manage to draw up the agenda earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, Bo.
Give me 1 second here. Well, a bit of a matrix going on there from boasting.
Okay, can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So we on the Boss Barkley then first, are we?
Yeah.
Oh,
I just kind of copied them into the spreadsheet just to make things easier.
Right. Okay. No worries. So do you want, since you're here, Boss, you may as well talk us through.
Yeah, so Salarin is obviously the party different ways, and I'm thinking about actually just doing Alonso to a 4.2 defender and just doing Fraser to Salah. That way I've got Salah in without taking a hit. I can get by with basically playing Mendy, Chilwell and Bennett this week, or even two defender I'm thinking about bringing in would be Kiko Femenia. He played 90 minutes last week, so there's a chance he plays again. So I could either try and roll the dice playing him or just start Chilwell, hope for attacking returns against Arsenal.
I'm just going to click on the Yan situation. He's still injured. Yeah, he's still injured. So Kiko should play, particularly because Navarro will probably have to play left back with Holleback unavailable. But he's a bit risky, I think, long term. I don't think Gracia liked him very much.
Well, yeah, that's just it. I'm thinking if I can just get by the next 2-3 weeks just with Salah, then I'll drop Salah again and upgrade one of the defenders back up to somebody like, I don't know, Robertson or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, how confident are you in Zaha playing? That's the other thing about it.
Yeah, I think he will. I think Zaha's so key to Palace, and they said it's just a knock. And he's probably going to have to start if they've got any chance of getting anything out of the game. So I think he probably will play. And at home, we're very attacking, so I could see Zaha getting a goal or an assist.
Just 1 second. Yeah, Palace are away though.
Yeah, I'm talking about from an Everton standpoint.
From an Everton standpoint, I was going to say, I thought you of all people would have known that.
Yeah. We are looking a lot more tight, but I think it might be Mina's debut this weekend, so it'll be a few back four. Might not be that solid, so I could see Zaha getting a goal or an assist because we'll be pretty attacking as well. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, I can see. I mean, you guys aren't exactly famed for your defensive solidity, so I can see it working out. I think long term he's probably going to have to go there. So the fixtures are absolutely horrific.
Oh yeah, I'm getting rid of him for Arnie next week. That's been kind of part of the problem because I want to get Arnie in, so I can't really downgrade Zaha to a cheaper forward to help me afford Salah. And the only way I can get Fraser up to Salah is by either downgrading Alonso to a 4.2 or Alonso and Chilwell to like some cheaper defenders. And I like Leicester's fixtures. They've got a great run coming up after this week. And it'll be a shame to get rid of him ahead of that. And if I downgrade Zaha, it'll be probably to like Murray or a 6.8, I think. So like, other than doing a short-term downgrade in defence to the forward, I can't really see another.
Yeah, it's a risky strategy, But if you want Salah that badly, I mean, it's got to be Fraser looking at your midfield, really, that you sell. So, right, let me move 1 second, guys. I'm going to stand out here and try signing back in. So, TM, Top Mark, do you want to take over for a minute and just sort
Okay.
through
What, just with the talking, you mean?
Yeah, just one of you, just while I sign out. Yeah.
You talk for a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. I've got a great joke, I can tell you.
I will. Although helping boss might be a bit better.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Got you there. Right. I missed who you would downgrade to upgrade Fraser.
Yeah, it'd be Alonso. So that's the other thing. So
Okay.
I can see it backfiring massively with Fraser banging in 2 goals and Alonso getting a haul as well. But I think the upside of Salah playing against Huddersfield and Cardiff in the next 2, it just seems too great.
Would you not? Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking of getting Salah maybe next week. I sort of want to see what everyone's like at Liverpool after the international break, given they might be a slightly reshuffled team and they've had a few injuries. And I think Cardiff's the better fixture out of the 2. So I think because there is risk in all of that. And if you want Fraser, the next 2 ones are the ones to have him for. Then again, he probably, I don't know, I would actually guess he's not going to play tomorrow, would be my hunch. But yeah, you've got so much money in the bank. It's amazing. You can do so much with that team, can't you?
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways I could go. And
yeah,
the other thing is I've got 2 free transfers, so I've got to do something this week. And against Salah this week, the move that I'd make to free up the cash would be an Alonso downgrade. So I guess I could downgrade Alonso to somebody else that isn't a 4.2 with a good fixture. Someone like, I don't know, maybe Lascelles or someone, because they've got good. And then
it's such a shame you haven't got a 4.3. You could have maybe got Diop off West Ham.
Yeah, it really is. Like, if I just had like another 0.1 or 2, I could do more defensive options and it would be worth doing. But if there's no other way of getting him in this week without a hit, and then next week, obviously, I want to get Arnautovic for Zaha because their fixtures take a big turn.
Yeah. And if I presume you'd be doing the Arnautovic fairly early, maybe over the weekend in case the price rises.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd be doing Zaha for Arnie pretty much right away.
Okay, Jeffy, guys, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Arnautovic will price rise unless he absolutely hammers Spurs.
Well, you guys haven't got Vertonghen, which is a little bit maybe of a big thing.
Yeah, we've got a few other players coming back, and we are just generally a better team than West Ham, though. So I don't know. I think we've learned from, or Pochettino has learned how important this game is to the Hammers and what to expect a bit better. So I don't see us going in unprepared for this game. I don't see us being open enough for Arnie to get a really big haul. I might be wrong, but I think it's going to be quite a tight game, to be honest. That's my thoughts on that. So I don't think you'd have to worry about I don't think you'd worry about an Arnie price rise early. I think he might rise towards the end of the week.
Of maybe if Zaha misses out or if he blanks, he may see a drop maybe.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
They're both 7 million at the moment and could be tight for cash if the Salah moves go ahead.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think. So which 4.2 defenders are actually playing? I haven't really checked at the minute.
There's only really
Kiko or Kevin Long, but Kevin Long's not playing right now.
Although Yoshida started the last game.
Yeah, I think Kiko could be good. I mean, Watford probably have 3 or 4 fixtures in them. And I mean, if Kiko plays well, I don't see why he'd be dropped. Although Yanma is pretty decent. But I mean, short term, it certainly gets you through the next few weeks anyway.
Yeah, it'll just be a stopgap, I guess, because I only really want to capitalise on these 3 or 4 games for Salah, and then because I don't think he's value, but I think you could definitely haul over this, and it will hurt if I don't have him.
And I think I'd probably be okay with selling Alonso. His attacking stats have dropped off, and I wonder if that's slightly to do with him getting used to the position under Sarri and what is expected of him.
Yoshida, who do you think? Because Yoshida's got maybe the better fixtures. He has Bournemouth, Newcastle.
I mean, but Kiko does have Huddersfield. We've got begun week 11. I mean, you've Wolves away is not the best, but then you've got Huddersfield at home, which you'd hope is an absolute banker clean sheet.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think that's probably the best course of action.
Yeah.
If that's who you wanted to go and get Salah, I'd probably just about lean towards Kiko over Yoshida. But I think it's... Yeah, I mean, you got Bournemouth, Newcastle, City, Watford. So Watford have probably just about got the easier run.
How much is Kennedy, guys?
4.9, I believe.
Okay.
But he's a defender. He's not, sorry, he's a midfielder.
Yeah. No, I was going to suggest maybe like Fraser and Richarlison. Like maybe downgrade Richarlison to Kennedy, but I don't think it'll work.
Yeah,
out.
Kennedy's 4.9.
Yeah.
4.9, yeah.
All right. Well, I think I'm set on Kiko and Salah in for Fraser and Alonso.
Yeah, I think it's your best bet.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, the upside with Salah is so good. So
yeah, especially next week. I mean, a lot of teams are going to captain him like as well.
Yeah.
Kiko 15-pointer incoming.
Exactly. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But here, I gladly take a 0-all Wolves and Watford this week. I'd gladly take a 0-all.
But you've got triple defence, right?
Yeah, 0-all. That suit me. Although there's high expectations on Doherty recently.
Exactly. And would have 1-0 Wolves again with another Doherty goal.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd take a Wolves to 0 with Hollebass banned. I've got no interest in Watford.
Yeah, actually, I forgot about that, yeah.
Ale banned, so that Jimenez pick could be quite useful as well there, boss.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, right. Well, shall we move on?
Yes.
Okay. So we have got. We'll just skip
has
this.
everyone got an hour to spare here?
This could take a while. Right. Pirlo's playing his wildcard team. Take 743.
Give or take 1,000.
Yeah.
Let me just see if I can find the most recent one of his posts to see which one. He was weighing up this hour.
I mean, let's be awful. That looks pretty. Let's be honest. That looks pretty awful. I mean, that's a terrible wildcard team, isn't it? You can start
there's
again.
not enough Ghezal in there for a start.
Yeah.
I think it's the now Aguero that's putting me off at most.
Yeah, I mean, Aguero's one of those guys. I said this. You sort of hinted at this, TM, and I kind of agree with you that Aguero is one of those guys. He'll always have a bit of a dip, and you'll feel the guys, particularly from City or from clubs who are sort of matching or slightly out front. I'll dip. And then suddenly Aguero will just pop up and remind you that he's Aguero.
Yeah.
He'll just destroy someone.
Like that game against Leicester last year when he got like 4 goals or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sold him like 2 weeks earlier. So, yeah, I've been burnt by that. So, it's just one of them. He will just randomly turn around and remind you that he's Aguero.
At least it wasn't 21 points. Well, oh god,
It was worse than 21, surely. A striker scoring 4 goals is more than 21.
actually probably about the same. Although if you take captaincy into account, I suppose.
So, I mean, the question is, if we stick Aguero in, I suppose we have to take Sterling out.
Yeah, I guess Salah or Sterling has to go for Aguero.
Yeah. I mean, I've genuinely lost track of where he was actually up to in terms of the debating. Here we are. So his latest one was Fabianski, Alexander-Arnold, Siggy, Sterling and Jimenez versus Button, Alonso, Richarlison, Kennedy and Aguero.
I like the latter.
The one with Aguero.
I think Kennedy as well could be good value over Newcastle's run. I think he could chip in with the points over the next couple of games.
Yeah, I've got an eye on doing Fraser to Kennedy in a couple of weeks.
I wouldn't really want to have to start Kennedy every week, though. I don't think he's reliable.
Well, he's more of gone. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to rotate him once I get into a position. Once I've shifted Salah, I should have a bit of money to play around with and do something a little bit more. I can even upgrade Sjoberg.
I mean, I think if you're looking at Kennedy, you've got to be looking at maybe going 4 at the back and then just rotating your 4th defender and Kennedy. Yeah. Kennedy is your 4th midfielder. I think that's the way to use him.
I mean, he's got Doherty, Alexander-Arnold, Mendy, Robertson as well in there. So, I mean, he's pretty well set as far as
it's a lot
four-man defence goes.
Yeah.
And he's got Balbuena there. So, I mean, he could easily get Kennedy in and have him as like the rotating first option.
Yeah.
Yep. With you can rotate him with Balbuena or with Jimenez, anyone like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because game week 11 is when Liverpool are away to Arsenal, and I think Newcastle have a good fixture in game week 11. So
yeah, I say that's sort of when Bournemouth fixtures take quite a hefty turn.
Yeah. I think they play United, don't they, that week?
They play United. They've got Newcastle away, who knows, but they've got United, Arsenal and City, 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
Throw Liverpool in, and it's 4 out of 6 against a lot of big 6 sides.
Yeah. Now, Kennedy is definitely useful from a fixtures point of view, and if you've got double Liverpool defences, maybe dropping one of them and playing Kennedy that week when they play Arsenal.
Yeah. I mean, Newcastle are a goal moment happen because their current top FPL goal scorer is actually the goalkeeper. Which says, but I mean, if you look, I mean, even to be honest, even from now, they've got Brighton at home, Southampton away, Watford, Bournemouth home, Burnley away, West Ham home, Everton away, Wolves home, Huddersfield, Fulham. So that's a pretty decent sort of 10-game week run.
Yep.
Before they take a nasty turn again.
Yeah, and I mean, for 4.9, it's not exactly a big investment. Like if it does go wrong.
Yeah, you're not gonna. If he gets one return sort of every 3 to 4 weeks, well, I think that's reasonably enough for a 4.9 million mid.
Yeah, that'd be very good. So, who are you suggesting? Get Kennedy and then upgrade someone for Aguero? Is that what we're suggesting?
Yeah, but which one of those 3? I'd be tempted for Jimenez.
Yeah, me too.
Looking at his fixtures, I think possibly week 13 they've got Huddersfield and Cardiff back to back.
Yeah,
that could be the week to get Jimenez. While Mitrovic has Southampton, which isn't bad, and then Chelsea.
Yeah, I think game week 13 is when you get Jimenez. Well, I'm thinking of getting Jimenez anyway. If I need him.
I mean, for me, it probably have to be Mitrovic because I've got Aguero and Arnautovic now, and I'm not about to sell Arnautovic anytime soon with that done. So, yeah, so I'd probably maybe do Jimenez and Sterling to Aguero and Kennedy or knock out someone like that.
And what about doing something like selling Salah this week and keeping Sterling this week and doing like Sterling to Salah next week? You're doing that's booking in the transfer. You don't like that on a wild card.
Yeah, I hate that on a wild card. It doesn't. Yeah. It's an option. We can. I mean, if he watches it back, it's there for him to be suggested. But I'm not a fan of booking a transfer straight after a wild card.
Yeah.
So ideally, you always want to be saving your transfer unless you've got some sort of big injury to deal with.
Mm.
Yeah. And I mean,
But then,
like I said today, Sterling, he's only like 7% ownership. If he does, get a hat trick or something and you don't have him, he's not going to do too much damage at the moment. I think Aguero is the one that if he gets a hat trick and you don't have him, captaincy is going to be crazy for him.
100%. Yeah. And let's be honest, still within the City setup, they still play to Aguero.
absolutely,
I think when
he's the main man.
Yeah, when he was fit against Huddersfield, and Pep was so impressed with him afterwards. He did everything right. I think he's finally this year, won Pep over. I think it's just the fitness issue. If he can get over that little injury, and hopefully he has, then he could be on for a big week again.
And penalties as well, I mean.
Yeah, penalties is such a huge factor.
One little concern I've got with Sterling is something John T pointed out on the Scoutcast, was that he's taking more corners this year. But surely that's because KDB's been out.
Yeah, as soon as KDB
so I'm thinking once he comes in, he's going to lose a little bit of assist potential by not taking corners and maybe end up playing a slightly different position. Or maybe not, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think KDB could be an interesting difference for himself. I mean, Zoe said to me a few days ago that City could conceivably win 6-0 and KDB could only get an assist. And on that result, I mean, City played Cardiff in week 6, beat them 5-0, and Sterling only got an assist. I just think the points are so spread in that City side anyway. KDB's got to be one of those who just consistently chips in.
Yeah.
When you look at that, when you look at KDB's actual history, you talking good value for probably 15 assists, given he's missed half this season, and maybe 5 to 6 goals as well.
Yeah, I mean, your player who got over 200 points last year, and he's 9 point something.
9 point something. He only just missed it the year before. The year before he got 199.
Yeah,
and he lost less than 4% ownership right now.
Yeah,
most of that's going to be dead teams.
No, the value in KDB when he's back is insane.
What price did you say he is at the minute?
9.7.
Yeah, I mean, that's
9.7. That's it.
I mean, he's going to be nailed. Who's taking free kicks at the moment? I mean, if Mahrez is on, I know he's been taking a few. Has Walker stepped up?
Walker's taken a few. Aguero's taken a few.
Yeah.
I think maybe David Silva as well. He may be on a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they rotate them.
Yeah, but when KDB comes back, he's going to monopolise them.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm also thinking for when KDB is back, it might be a good option to maybe jump on a centre back. The City on a lot of their set pieces. We saw Otamendi last year.
Yeah,
he was always a target.
I'd be jumping on Laporte. I think he's comfortably the one who's nailed in that defence.
Yeah, let's not do too much jumping on them. I mean, you've got to breathe and stuff.
Yeah, but he's the only City outfielder that's played every minute. So I think Laporte is the one to get if you're going that route.
Exactly.
Sounds like a sweet wine to me. But surely, if Mendy's firing again and playing, he's the one defender you'd get, isn't it? Wouldn't you? I mean, you wouldn't look past Mendy.
He's also so booming. He's dropped. So I mean, he's still more expensive, obviously, than he was at the start. But when you consider how high he got up in terms of his price, he's back down to 6.2, and he's pretty much. I mean, his lowest score is 4 so far.
Yeah. So, what are we saying for PP's team then?
So, I guess the other question, I suppose, I need to put this probably to possibly the best bet because he's got Siggy in there. So, where would you stand on that in terms of him possibly downgrading to Reacher?
Earth to boss.
I'm not sure. Can we check he's still conscious?
Sorry, mate. I was just reading an email. What were you?
Sorry, Bob. So as I was saying,
well, that interesting. Thanks.
Wildcats team, and he's got Siggy in there at the minute. And I was just going to say, coming to you on the Siggy v Richarlison debate and where you would stand in terms of that one.
Yeah, it's pretty neck and neck. It's 50-50 in my view. I lean towards Richer just because he's out of position playing up front, or might be occasionally. And I prefer my players to be more of a goal threat than an assist threat. And Siggy has been getting a couple of goals. He had a screamer from outside the box, but the majority of his points will come from assists, I think. And I prefer having, because he's kind of the focal point of the team. All of our attacks flow down that side. And I think over the long run, he probably will outscore him. But it's such a much of a muchness. You could go either way. I think they'll probably score quite similarly. Siggy does have more routes to points, and because he's got set pieces and things like that. But I just prefer goal scorers, so I've gone Richer, and probably will do on a wild card.
All right. So, are we therefore saying perhaps that we're going to lose Jimenez and Sterling for, say, Kennedy and Aguero? Well, Sterling or Salah, and then we'll leave it up to the PP to decide whether he wants to go with Sigurdsson or Reacher, because he could potentially go for Reacher and put Kennedy in instead of Hjoberg.
I like that move.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah. How much is Aguero actually?
11-3.
Right, so if we do Sterling and Jimenez to Aguero and Kennedy, there'd probably be cash in the bank anyway, would there?
Yeah, there'd be a little bit of cash. I mean, there's 0.1 there. So we're probably talking maybe 0.6, 0.7-ish.
Yeah.
I think
So
he's
he
got defense at the moment. I think having 5 like that, I don't know. I'm more in the camp of having some cheap bench fodder there, at least one.
Yeah, that's why I won't lose Wan-Bissaka. He's just
same.
okay. The fixtures aren't great. He just sits there, third sub, takes up 4 million, 4.1 over budget. Just whatever, leave him till he's good to pick again.
Yeah, personally, I'm not a big fan of the amount of money he has in defence, but if he's set on playing for at the back, which it seems most weeks he's happy to do, I guess it makes sense. I mean, we know Robertson and Trent are going to probably be decent picks for the foreseeable future, and Mendy, if he is first choice, and we've seen already the damage he can do. So I think those three are very good picks. But like we said, Doherty and Balbuena at the minute, or well, maybe not Balbuena, but Doherty at the moment is, almost giving these guys a run for their money in terms of points return.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, he is. Giving him a run for the money, yeah.
Absolutely. When you look at his recent run.
Yeah.
Probably outscoring them over the last few games.
So I've just got a question.
Yeah.
No, I've got a question for Boss. I was just wondering about, you were talking about Sigurdsson and Richarlison, and you prefer the attacking player rather than the assister. But is there a parallel with Man City if we're thinking about Sterling and KDB? Sterling being the attacking player and KDB being the assist player?
Yeah, there probably is. And the way I look at it, it's like Eriksen and Ali as well. Like, out of those two, in the past, I've kind of lent towards Ali over Eriksen just because he plays as almost a secondary striker. And I think with KDB, value comes into it a lot more because he is so much Sterling. I think a bit overpriced.
Yeah, the thing is with that one, it's the opposite thing though, because Reach is maybe the bigger threat, but he's also the keeper of the two. Whereas with the Sterling KDB situation, KDB is the keeper of the two.
Do you reckon Sterling will come a bit cheaper after Brexit, or
more expensive? That's the whole point.
Yeah.
KDB will be the one who drops.
Great banter.
Right. Okay. I think
we don't even have Pal and Buddy this week.
No, we got to make our own fun.
We've covered I think we've covered PP enough. So what's the next one?
Okay, so we've got top marks.
Right,
Woo!
take it away, TM.
Okay, so I made the move last night. Jossie was very proud of me because I caught a price swing of doing Mane to Sterling. So it's really a question of what do we think about my team set up for this week. I think I would guess Fraser doesn't play. That would be my guess. And although Ward has Fulham at home,
Ward
I don't
is
think
injured.
so he's not going to play, is he?
No,
So
Ward is
so I've got one sub essentially and one Bissaka. And the question is, do I use my other free transfer to, say, replace Rico or replace Fraser with somebody else? So I looked at a few options. Oh, my God.
Have we lost him?
Oh, has TM has Tom Mark has he burnt his food?
He went, oh my God.
Okay.
Right, let's come back to top marks, shall we, Bo?
Oh
Have
God,
we
this is
got
brilliant.
anything else on the agenda?
I think this is funnier than Jossie's
All right.
screen freezing the last time. Oh God. Okay. Do we think there's a -4 move? I think is what he was getting at.
Yeah, I actually like his A move of Rico to Tar.
What about? I mean, he's got how much? 0.8.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Ward to
I think
Kennedy.
this wasn't this pre-transfer.
No, well, I mean, he's got Sterling in his team there.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So I would be tempted to do Ward to Kennedy.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad show.
I like it.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, I think that's a good move. Fraser probably has a few games left in him anyway.
Well, I think Fraser's probably good for the next couple, but
Yeah,
then you've got Kennedy in situ ready. It's something you've saved yourself some hassle there.
yeah, I think that's a good show. Yeah, I'm not too hopeful on Palace's clean sheet chances this week, so you're probably looking at 2 points maybe, unless Wan-Bissaka manages to get an assist or something. I mean, Kennedy only really needs probably an assist to repay the hit.
Yeah, I just think even if it doesn't work out, I think this week, I think long term Kennedy's we've just discussed him, so we know he's going to be a reasonably decent option. He's got a decent run of fixtures, so I'd just be considering Ward to Kennedy
Yeah,
in that respect.
yeah, I think that's a
I
fair
mean,
move.
Brighton at home could easily deliver something. Brighton aren't exactly known for their away form.
Yeah,
Yeah,
might even get the clean sheet point as well.
You might do, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good move. Okay, right. We'll let him know when he gets back to us. Anyway.
Yeah. Find out what the hell went on.
He's probably ordering a takeaway now at this stage.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got
THM.
THM. Oh yeah, he was just asking
So he
basically if I think he's set on Kane and Son to Salah and Arnautovic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I think
I like
he just
that
wants
move.
to see if we'd rather spend the 2 transfers anywhere else.
No, I think that's a decent move there.
Yeah,
I like it.
I think he wants Salah, and I think that's probably the easiest, straightforward way to get it.
Yeah. It's a basic move for me, I think. He'll have Arnautovic ready for the run, and then I think he's thinking along the same lines as me that he'll jump on a City mid, someone like KDB when Salah's fixtures turn.
Speaking of Arnie, I might have to bring him in this week because Zaha is dropping.
So you might be looking at the -4.
Yeah, I might have to do a -4 to do it. Yeah.
Could pay off though if he scores, and Salah or Zaha blanks. I mean, a derby game, anything can happen.
Yeah, that's true.
But then
Yeah.
again, you're looking at the long term, I guess.
Well, yeah, exactly. Over the long run, the hill will probably repay itself, but it's still a bit annoying that I've got to do that move now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I mean, I guess he's fine enough for this week. I guess he's pretty much set with the defence. I mean, he's basically got Cabasele, Trent to my Holabas and Shaw, so we're sort of broadly similar there. So yeah, I don't know. He's got this obsession with Jota. Absolutely obsessed with Jota, and I don't quite know why. I guess he says he's on his last. He says he's convinced he's got to do something this week given Watford's injury crisis, but we'll see. But I think at long term, yeah, I think that's probably the best way.
And I guess if Jota does do nothing this week, he can always downgrade to Kennedy if he needs cash, or maybe look at someone like I don't know how much cash he'll have left over, maybe like Madison, or he's a few options to jump onto there.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much. I mean, I'm guessing it'll be about a million and a half or something, because Kane and Salah are broadly similar, but Arnie's obviously a little bit cheaper than Son.
Yeah, he might have maybe 0.8 or something.
Yeah, he'll have a little bit of cash, so he could do something with Jeff. Probably not enough for Madison, but could do something reasonable with it. But yeah, I think the moves are the right ones for that one.
Yeah. Actually, he should have a good bit of cash because Kane's 12.4, Salah's 12.8.
Yeah.
So that's
that leaves him 0.1.
Yeah. And then Son to Arnie will be 1.3.
1.3. Yeah.
So that would go a bit of cash.
1.4. Yeah. Yeah, we should probably we could jump on Madison or someone like that for Jota. Yeah, comfortably.
Options. But yeah, I think those two transfers are probably the best.
Yeah, I like them.
Looks fairly straightforward for THM this week. Okay, let's see. Okay, profit.
Hey.
Can you guys see that, or like maybe zoom in or something?
Yeah. Kind of. I mean, I can make. We've got Patrizio. I think we've got as our keeper. Then they've got Alonso, Doherty, Shaw, Hazard, Fraser, Salah, Madison, Jimenez, Kane, Mitrovic, Button, Wan-Bissaka, Robbo, and Sjoberg.
Yep.
He's got 1 free transfer and 1.2. I think it's a simple Kane to good.
Yeah, Kane to Aguero's a go-to.
There's actually open people. There's the ebook.
Yeah. Let's see. So I presume he'll be playing like Alonso, Doherty, and Robertson.
Yeah, I would guess so. Yeah.
And if Fraser's out, I guess he has Shaw coming in.
Yeah, I would assume that we Shaw. Yeah.
It's not a bad situation. I think you've got to get Aguero just because he's a standout.
Yeah, I think if Aguero goes 8 this week, there's the potential there for just. And if this is always thing, if Aguero goes 8, it's likely to be in an easy home fixture, and if he's highly captained in those fixtures and you haven't got him, you're just going to plummet.
I'd be tempted to take a hit to do Shaw to Mendy.
Could work out, yeah.
Could, yeah.
Because if Fraser's out and he's going to get Shaw off the bench, it's possible with Mourinho to get a clean sheet in a big game, but I like the upside of Mendy of not only getting the clean sheet but also attacking returns to repay the hit.
Yeah.
That's literally what she told me.
I guess it depends on Fraser if he's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kane to Aguero looks like a good move anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with that.
And if he decides to just leave it at that, I guess he'll have cash in the bank maybe. What'll he have? Maybe 2 million, about that?
Yeah, roughly. I probably like more, maybe 2.5, because Kane's 12.4, Aguero's 11.2, I think.
Yeah, it could be maybe a Jimenez to Arnautovic access route there for
the
following week.
Yeah.
Few options anyway.
But yeah, Kane to Aguero's right. So who wants to be the one to bring up? So, in fact, do we have the login details? Do we know the login details for the Conts team?
I think it's the same. I don't know the email address actually, but I think it's the same password, isn't it?
Isn't it
Yeah,
fplcontsteam@gmail.com?
Yeah, bear with me a sec. I might try and let me just see if I can log into it. So I think it's something like gross password. What is it? 12345 or something.
Yeah, something along that.
Gonna see if I can log in.
I can bring it up in another window while we're waiting anyway. So I think we just have the one free transfer. But JK, you were saying, Jo was saying a wild card might be the best move.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot
Okay.
of
I'll just
yellows
need
and
to get
reds
the.
here.
Just gonna ask if anyone knows the password for the Conts
Cool.
team, so I can log in because I'll bring it up.
Yeah, but there's a lot of yellow and reds at the minute here. Although it's really only King that should miss out.
While I'm waiting, I'll just flip back across to Hangouts. So this is the Conts team as it stands.
Let's see.
Well, I don't like Foster being in there.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I stopped screen sharing. Okay, let's see.
So I don't like Foster being in there. We need to lose Kenny probably. I'm not again. One free transfer, but I'm still not convinced it needs a wild card. We've got Mendy, we've got Robertson, we've got Aguero, we've got Richarlison, we've got Salah, we've got Alonso. It feels like we're wildcarding to trim around the edges.
Yeah. I think we've got a serious lack of Wolves here.
Yeah, no Doherty.
Yeah. No Patricio, no Doherty, no Jimenez.
It's such a bad thing because I wouldn't necessarily think he's the worst option now to have if we were going to lose King. But I feel like if we were to wildcard now, we'd be losing Foster, Shaw, Bernardo, King, maybe Hamer and Kenny. Five players maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, what's our cash situation?
Let's see. 0.
They're in the bank, right? And yeah, I think we might only have one.
So like, let's see. I don't know what price we bought King at, but he's 6.4 at the moment.
Is King out or is he expected to play?
Yeah, he's still doubtful.
Yeah, it's kind of hard one to call. And if he doesn't play, we haven't really got many great bench options. I mean, we've got Shaw or Wan-Bissaka, but it's not the worst, but it's not the best either.
Can we afford King to Arnie?
Not with 0 in the bank.
I don't think so, no.
So maybe Shaw to Doherty and King to Arnie?
That could work. Yeah, I guess that could work. Or even if we did, maybe Shaw to one of the Wolves players and just bench King for a week until Arnautovic's fixture's kind of torn.
Yeah.
Just trying to think what's the best kind of option.
Yeah, 4-4-2 would work this week. They'll have pretty decent fixtures.
I mean, the front seven there, bar King, looks pretty okay.
Yeah, I think long term, we're probably gonna have to ditch Bilver, but
Yeah. I mean, this week he
Okay.
should be fine. You know, if he
Okay.
chips in, if he gets an assist this week, Bilver, you know, it'll probably be decent.
I
All right.
suppose. I mean, the real question is with Bernardo, with Bilver now. If KDB comes back, is it his place that's under threat?
Bro,
Mm. Yeah.
yeah, I say Shaw to Wolves defender.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way we can free up a bit of cash. So if we do Shaw to Doherty, will that free up enough to get Arnautovic?
Bear with me one sec, guys, because PM's just sent me the login details.
Cool. Has he gotten his dinner under control yet?
I think it's FPL
Well,
comes
he's trying
to.
to sign back in. We'll just continue to discuss this while TM brings up the details.
Yeah, so let's see, price Shaw. So Shaw is 5.1. How much is Doherty? Does anyone know?
4-7, I think.
So that would be 0.4. See, if we do get Doherty, I'm not sure that'll give us enough to get Arnautovic.
Yeah. Once I get the login details, I'll bring it on and put a screen share on.
Yeah, no problem.
So
I saw
I'm
they've
just
got the
waiting
password.
for.
Have you tried using
Sorry?
the email? I see they've sent the password. Have you tried using the email fplconsteam@gmail.com?
Yeah, it's fplconsteam@gmail.com, isn't it?
Yeah. So the password is gross password 69.
JK's probably spelling gross the proper way.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, not with a B.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, I think I'm in.
Hey.
Yep, I'm in. Hold
Okay.
on 1 second. I'm just going to screen share this. Oh, great. Right, you can all see that? Can you all see me?
I can see
Yeah, we
you.
can see your face.
Hang on. It's weird. Oh. Right. Any better?
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, you got me. Right,
good.
so there we are. So if I go on to the transfers page.
I like the team name. I've only just noticed that.
So let's take out Shaw. So we've only got 5 million for Shaw. We've had him from the off. So I don't necessarily think Doherty's going to do us
Yeah, I might need to be
much
someone.
good here. Doherty's 4-8 actually.
Yeah, he rose last night.
How about Johnny?
It might even potentially it's going to have to be Bennett, possibly.
Yeah.
Let's see what Johnny brings us for this.
I love Bennett. He's been such a great buy.
I mean, you're not getting much out of him, but for the price you paid,
Yeah, just nice little clean sheets taken along.
yeah. So Johnny leaves us 500,000.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be 0.1 off King to Arnie.
Oh,
Yeah,
So it's going to have to be Bennett.
And as well as that, with Bennett, like if we're doing these transfers late into the week, price changes and stuff, it's probably better to have that 0.1, 0.2 or whatever you get from Bennett, just as kind of a cushion in case we don't take the price rises into account.
Yeah, because we never really think about this stuff at the Cons team. So one option then is to bring in Bennett.
Kearney's eating up as a fifth mid though.
Kearney, and that's the one that's really bugging me.
Yeah.
If we had a bit of cash, we could maybe look at Kennedy or something for the long term.
Yeah, I mean, once I put
0.1.
in Arnautovic here, just bring him in. In fact, Kenny, we have enough. If we'd have to take a -8, but we could do it. We have the 0.1 available.
Well, I don't think we need to do the -8 this week.
Yeah, I think this week we're fine without the hit because we'll probably only need one sub anyway, just for Fraser. Everyone else is more than likely to play.
So, this is a hit anyway, as it is for 4 points.
Oh, I'm back.
Welcome back, Top Mark.
All right, I've lost picture, but yeah.
It's all right. We didn't want to see your face anyway.
I thought I'd spare you.
How badly burned was the dinner?
It's actually not burned at all. It's very nice. Thank you very much for asking. Yeah.
That was up there with a Justy moment.
I like it. The side has come out. Here we go.
So we were basically just discussing the Cons team, as you know, Top Marks. So we were looking at something like Shaw and King to Bennett and Arnie for -4.
What, and not get Doherty, you mean?
We can't. Well, we can't get Doherty if we want to do King to Arnautovic. We haven't got enough. So if we want to get Doherty, we have basically about 6.5 mil.
Yeah.
So I guess the other option then becomes to wildcard it, at which point we probably lose Foster, Hamer, Shaw, Kearney, Bernardo Silva, and King.
6 players is quite a lot to change.
Yeah.
The thing is, the core of the team is good. Like you said, we've got Aguero, we've got Salah, we've got
Robertson, Mendy, Alonso.
Yeah, it's quite a tough one. I don't think it's worth wildcarding. I think it is probably just doing the Bennett transfer for now.
Yeah, the one that bugs me is at some point we're going to have to get rid of Foster.
Yeah.
And that's probably going to be when we have to, and at some point we're going to have to wildcard when we want to get rid of him, and it's how long we wait before we jump on Patrizio.
Yeah. Probably game week 13, isn't it, when their fixes...
Yeah, Huddersfield and Cardiff. That's what I'm thinking, when they got that Huddersfield Cardiff back-to-backer. So have you got anyone got any other suggestions for moves we could do? Otherwise, we'll put that to the vote.
Otherwise, I was just going to say, when we were looking back at the team last year, when we wildcarded, we didn't change any of our premium players. We kept Lukaku, we kept Kane, who were the 2 players we had ahead of game week 12 when we wildcarded last year. So we don't necessarily need to change premium players. And it might be worth using a wildcard to update all the rubbish, annoying players that we've got.
Yeah, which is sort of what we'd be doing. We'd be trimming around the edges, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I guess we could look at a hypothetical wildcard and see what it would look like, and if it is massively or even worth doing, then to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I think Jossie put a couple together, didn't he?
If we were to wildcard, would we lose right now? So let's assume we don't have Bennett. We're going to put Doherty in that slot.
Yeah.
We'll take Kenny out. We'll take Bernardo Silva out.
Yeah.
I probably would want Balbuena.
We'll take Foster out, and we'll take Harmer out for now. We can always put him back. So if we put in... Let's get to Wolves. If we throw in Patrizio in here. And we throw Doherty in.
Don't know why you say throw them in. I just imagine them going, ow, get off, don't throw me.
Right. Let's put Kennedy in there as our potential fifth mid. And I think you'll find we haven't got that much left to play with. Let's put Hamer back in
Put
now.
Button in the backup because he's apparently going to get games over the Christmas period.
Oh.
Button.
Button. Yeah, we can put Button in. Yeah, we can do that. Well, probably more likely January when Ryan disappears for the Asian Games. Or the Asian British.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Helps if I take Ben Hamer out first.
See how Benjamin Button in there.
And it leaves us with 6.9 to fill that slot currently occupied by Bernardo Silva. So that's what we've got for a midfielder is 6.9, and we already have Richarlison and Maddison in there.
And we haven't got Hazard in that team.
And we haven't got Hazard.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we'd have to downgrade one of the forwards to Jimenez or Ings, I think, wouldn't we, just to get Hazard? I mean, and maybe
that's not going to free up enough. Realistically, we'd have to ditch Salah for Hazard.
I think this is actually showing that it's worth waiting till 13 because at that point we can ditch Salah and on the wild.
I feel like if we've held Salah this long, it's stupid to take him out now, right when he's hit like the plum fixtures.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, what I was going to say is take out Alonso and downgrade Robertson to Trent and put in Jimenez for someone. And does that give you enough money to get Hazard?
Well, let's put. Who are you suggesting we put in instead of Alonso?
Well, I wasn't really. I was just seeing.
Maybe Newcastle.
Well, let's take out Robertson.
Maybe Balbuena
throw
then.
in Trent.
Yeah, I think Newcastle or West Ham is probably cheap enough and have the fixtures.
Yeah, we could throw in someone like Fernandez.
Again, you mean sort of put gently in?
Put into team.
Yeah, sounds wrong as well.
And we're still about a million. And we're still about a million short of Hazard.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we've lost a lot of value in this team, haven't we?
We've got so much value on it. We basically have to go for Jimenez instead of Mitrovic.
Mitro to Jimenez.
Yeah, Mitro to Jimenez would be the move we'd have to make.
Okay.
So let's see how that looks once we put Jimenez in.
Yeah.
And hope. What's this? What's Hazard be 11.7?
It's 11.3, I think, isn't it? If I made that up.
He is 11.3.
There you go. Top marks to me.
So that would have to be. So that would be the wildcard team we'd end up with.
Well, yeah, a potential wildcard team, isn't it? But...
Yeah. So it's that versus a Bennett versus a Shaw and King to Bennett and Arnautovic move.
Yeah. I guess you could screenshot that and put it up and then maybe suggest the other moves we were thinking and see what the
if one of you can grab that because I'm on the laptop here. I don't know. I haven't got anything screenshotting facilities on this one.
All right, hold on. Bear with me. Okay. Okay, I think I have it. Okay, I got it.
Cool.
And I think in the alternative, it would probably just be Bennett in and Arnie next week, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, we'd basically just be doing probably short of Bennett. Right. I'll sign out from the Conch team for now. Well, you've definitely grabbed that screen, Bo.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Oh, actually,
is there anything else on the agenda?
No, that was the last thing I had. Just the cons team. Unless you guys have any questions about
So,
captains.
So I'm just going to bring my team up. Well, I've got it here and I've got the screen share available. I used my 2-3s last night.
No.
And I did Mane and Lukaku to Salah and Arnie. So that's my current team as it stands. So the
bench, yeah,
is there. So I'm inclined to leave it as it is and not take a hit.
Yeah.
But if Shaw will play, I'm absolutely confident on that. I'm pretty confident Salah will play. So it's really Fraser is the one that's the doubt there.
Mm.
So I'm wondering whether, again, I've got 1.5, but I'm not convinced that Sjoberg to say Kennedy is worth a hit.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that necessarily. I think it's nice to keep your 8th attacker quite cheap. Just in terms of having money on the
Kennedy's pretty
pitch.
cheap. He's 4.9, but
Yeah.
I'm just not sure it's worth a hit for a bench player.
Hmm. Who could Holebas become? Is there anyone? Could he become Trent, or have you? Sorry,
you know what? I did think about that. There's a reason I didn't want to sell him.
I knew there would be.
And the reason is that game week 10 fixture.
Mm.
Yeah.
Where he'll get sent off, you mean?
Yeah. But I can't sell. If he did have Huddersfield at home, I'd shift him now. But it's that Huddersfield at home fixture. Like, I can't shift someone knowing they've got Huddersfield at home next week.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a defender on set pieces at home to Huddersfield.
Yeah. I can't do it.
Sounds too good to be true.
Probably will be.
It probably will be a red card.
But I can't do it. And that's why I looked at maybe shifting Sjoberg. I do eventually look at maybe turning Holebas either into a West Ham defender or a Newcastle defender, potentially. But I'm not sure that there's anything in here that's actually worth a hit.
Yeah.
You know, Shaw could keep a clean sheet. He could pop up with an assist. Shaw could do anything in that game.
And what have Holberg's stats been like recently? Have they been decent or
not particularly? No, but I never expected much out of him. He was 4.4.
Yeah,
that's why I got him because he was cheap.
Yeah, you never know. Might be his lucky day, and he'll score another 30-yard screamer.
Yeah, or he'll knock one through for Ings to score or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough call.
Yeah. All right, let's take this out of screen share mode now.
And what about Wan-Bissaka? Do you think he's got? Because he was still getting forward against Wolves. I know they were at home in that match, but any faith in him?
Wan-Bissaka, they're away at Everton.
Yes, I know.
I don't mind. I'm not in any rush to sell. I mean, as Boss and I were saying before, we paid 4 million for him. So he's got a tough run of games.
Him coming in as your first sub.
Sorry?
Him coming in.
I think I'd rather probably chance Sjoberg because I think Sjoberg has the odd set piece.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not really tempted by Palace at the minute. I don't think they. I don't know. I don't think they just look great at the minute.
The truth of the matter is, Wan-Bissaka has only got the use of Holebas this week. Otherwise, he'd be third sub.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's it. So I'm quite happy otherwise. I'm sticking with Aguero as the obvious captain choice for me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to captain Sterling, but I just think it's kind of going against the grain. I mean, you look at the fixture; it's Aguero at home to Burnley. It should be fairly straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the simple fact is you've got Sterling. If Sterling goes crazy and gets a hat-trick, you're not losing.
Exactly.
Because his
Yeah.
ownership's so low that his captaincy is still going to be especially low. Whereas if Aguero smashes in a hat-trick and you haven't captained him,
Yeah, it's Salah that's making me nervous now this week.
I made the mistake of not captaining Aguero in week 2. I went with Mendy, and that was a 24-point swing.
Oh,
I'm not going to do it again.
yeah,
ouch.
well, I mean, the amount of people were you always plan to captain Mendy, or was that a Jamie Jackson related captaincy?
I think it was actually a Jamie Jackson.
It was only a 12-point swing, not 24.
Well, with captaincy, so Mendy scored 8 points, Aguero scored 20. So.
Yeah, but you don't but then you're getting double Mendy versus double. It would only
Yeah,
be
I
12
suppose it was
points.
16 points versus 40.
But you got the 20.
Yeah, it's 16 plus 20
Yeah, I see what you mean.
versus 40 plus 8, so it's 48 versus 36.
Yeah,
12.
Yeah.
Still a man.
Yeah. Sorry, just trying to make you feel a bit better. But yeah.
So,
Aguero.
is there many of us not going for Aguero, or any of us that don't have Aguero going into this week, bar Perlo's pen maybe?
Bar Pirlo's pen, yeah, depending on what he decides he wants to do.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't think he knows what he wants to do anymore.
Yeah. So.
Surprised Hurricane Gilbert hasn't flown over and murdered him, to be honest.
He better take a number and get in line, I think.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else on the agenda unless you guys have any other queries or questions or anything about this game week.
Did you discuss my team when I mysteriously left the call?
We did.
Yes.
Great.
I can't remember what we said, but we did discuss it.
Okay.
I think it was Ward to Kennedy.
Free transfer. If I
Oh,
suggested
I remember.
to use your free, you could do Ward to Ken.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
right.
interesting.
Yeah, we were all kind of keen on that. We thought it was a fairly decent move.
You're
All
not
right, guys, I
scared
got to
about-
jump.
Okay. So,
See you, boss. Take it easy.
yeah.
See ya.
Okay, guys.
None of you were keen on Mendy then, or thinking I should get Mendy or Trent instead?
Let's see.
I can listen back later. Don't worry. Discuss it, I'm sure.
I think it was just one of those Ward's out for we don't know how long, so he's a dead option. Kennedy has got a good run of fixtures. He's a useful 8th attacker to have
Yeah.
as and when you need him. And if you've got a transfer, if you feel like you're in the need, you have to make a transfer to sort your bench out. It's a pretty decent one to make.
Yeah. No, not one I considered. It's a good option, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, watch it back and decide your own verdict. But that was just a little suggestion I threw in there.
Thanks.
So, guys, FPL aside, JK, how do you see the Chelsea United game going?
I was saying at the very start, our recent record there is pretty terrible. You know, we conceded inside about 15 seconds 2 years ago. We lost 1-0 there last year. I mean, they're in great form all over the place. It's almost classic Mourinho territory.
Yeah.
And I think the key might be, again, can we stop Hazard? When we've stopped Hazard, we've tended to do well. If we don't stop Hazard, we've tended not to do well.
So Ashley Young could be a busy man.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if either Fred or Herrera played to do a man marking job.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. That's the early game tomorrow, isn't it?
That's the early game. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And
Liverpool is the late game.
yeah, I'll be hiding behind my couch for that, or gone out for a walk or
Yeah.
something. Check the score.
I've got a rather large unstained no cane sofa you can use.
To be
No
honest,
Salah sofa.
if depending on how the City game goes, I may even just go out for an hour or two and just check the score when it's all over, and not put myself through
It was. I'll tell you this. Dealing with Spurs v Cardiff without owning Kane was pretty horrific.
it. Yeah. And so I just had the notifications on my phone, and like it went off. And I was like, right, there's the first Kane goal. Let's have a look. And I was just like so lucky. And speaking of Spurs, how do you think you guys are going to get on top, Marks?
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be tight tomorrow. I think, as I said before, I think Poch now realizes what the significance of a Spurs West Ham match is, and I think we'll probably play. We'll be expecting them to come at us, and I think we'll be prepared for them. I think we'll be ready. I don't think there'll be any surprises. And I think it'll be a draw, and a tight, passionate game. But I don't see us. I don't see us being loose. I don't see us being. I don't see us making mistakes. I mean, I've cursed it now, but jinxed it, whatever. But I think they'll be switched on, and I imagine them to perform well.
Would you be happy with the point?
No, I'd prefer a win. I'm hoping we might get them on the break. I'm hoping Moura and Son could do some damage if they're pushing. I like watching them in pre-season. Though, if they're playing Masuaku, and he seems to be starting now. Masuaku, I think. He tends to get forward quite a bit, so there can be space down in the fullback positions. Even if they move to a back three or something, there'll be space in the fullback or wing back positions. So I think we can exploit that. I think we'll start tight though. We've got to, go there and kill the crowd first of all. I mean, not literally just silence the crowd. I mean, and then take our chances when they come.
Yeah, that's what. Well, I'm thinking of moving Trippier out for Trent this week, so I'm trying to weigh up whether I should hold off and maybe just bring him in for the Cardiff game. But I mean, Trent against Huddersfield, I'm just not. Like, I mean, West Ham and Spurs, like, you reckon it could be a tight game?
It'll be a tight game and a passionate game.
Yeah, could be a few cards in there, maybe.
That's what I think. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll go ahead with Trippier out. I mean, look, again, it's like a long-term move, so, I think Trent maybe long-term would be better. Hope he gets the Cardiff game now with, Champions League and stuff midweek.
Yeah. I looked, they're at home, aren't they, before Cardiff, I think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, him to Red Star this week.
Yeah. And you're not so keen on Mendy? You're a bit cautious with Mendy.
Yeah, I kind of want to give him a few weeks and just see how nailed he is into the side. He may play the next game or two, and then Pep might decide to throw Delph in there for a league game around Champions League, and it might give us an idea of something that he may want to do around Champions League games, because City haven't had the greatest start, and to be honest, they probably need their starting 11 to be playing those games. So I'd probably prefer to wait and then just downgrade Alonso maybe in a few weeks' time, maybe even after the next international break or something.
Yeah, Alonso's definitely he's got to perform. I think if we don't see an improvement in his sort of attacking stats, whether he scores or not, I think there are so many options now, value options in defence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even then there's the Mendy's, the Robertsons, the TAs of the world.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I guess we just can't have them all. It's like, Salah, Hazard, Sterling.
Yeah.
Just kind of have to get on the right ones at the right time.
And it's one of those, isn't it? We're always reluctant to spend our transfers on defence.
Yeah.
Did you guys look at game week 11 at all when a few teams have? Liverpool away to Arsenal, Chelsea have an okay fixture, but
Chelsea have Palace that week, I think.
yeah, they
Yeah.
do. Yeah, they're right.
That looks at Hazard as being a potential captaincy for that week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know Liverpool away. I can't remember who the other two. Wolves have a bad fixture.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at a few because that's one of the reasons I've decided just to get on out of it in now was for precisely that.
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at Liverpool, they have Arsenal that week, so
yeah.
City have a good fix. City have Southampton at home, so
Yes,
straight away,
City
you
and
know,
Chelsea, the good ones.
Yeah.
Even Mitrovic away to Huddersfield on Monday night. That's, you know, he could get a goal or two there.
Absolutely, yeah.
yeah. I mean, but you've got Bournemouth, for example, they're playing United at home.
Yeah, it's the perfect time to jump off Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you've got a few of your defence like Wolves and Liverpool having a poor fixture, and then Bournemouth, you know, Fraser's your fourth mid, it's the sort of time you want to get rid of him, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where I line up. And it's something, if Salah fires, then I'll probably keep him for Fulham. If not, I might jump off at the Arsenal game and use the money to jump on to Fraser.
Yeah.
Or jump off Fraser, you know, jump on De Bruyne and use the funds there.
I mean, they're not a bouncy castle, JK. Can't keep jumping. I should say copyright Zophar for these. So he's a jumping on person. Yeah, no, definitely, I agree with you.
Here's Mr. Wildcard now.
Yeah, just as we're about to finish.
Probably has the last few minute queries now he wants to ask. Or not.
He's just a stalker.
Yeah, speak up. Speak now or forever hold your peace, PP.
Yeah,
By the
so
way,
I think that covers everything anyway.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, who do you think the person who's going to replace Andy on the Scoutcast is? I wondered if it might be Bo, you know, get a quality manager, loads of Twitter followers.
It's Jamal Rice, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Or maybe Sid.
Sid, yeah. Need someone controversial like FPL Chef or something on there, or
yeah, FPL Verge.
Yeah, someone to upset the apple cart a little bit.
Yeah. It was quite funny did you see the last Scoutcast?
I didn't see it yet. No.
Maybe Jay Eggsy stuff, I don't know.
Yeah, no, there was a bit when I mean, David had a really good week. He was, you know, he'd done well with all his research on why not to get Kane, and it paid off for him. But then he was talking about his future transfers. He was talking about looking at game week 11 and 12 for Wolves, and maybe doing a goalkeeper swap just for those 2 weeks. And Andy went really, was like, "What? You can't do that!" Really started getting upset about it. And now he's quit. And I was like, "Oh, this is." I don't know. I'm making there isn't a fire really. I'm just stoking.
I mean, I haven't watched the Scoutcast in ages because I remember the Scoutcast when it was literally just Mark and Granville, sort of like we do now, just sitting there shooting the breeze, and there was a lot less, just two blokes talking about fancy football. And
so
now
this
it's
is
not
it before we go famous, lads. This is it. Yeah. And that's what it's all about, I suppose.
Yeah. In fact, do we need to use John T's famous closing line?
Go for it.
I can't remember what it is. I'm screwing up to try and find it. I'll just use Joss's Twitter.
Oh, something like that.
He put a reply in it somewhere.
Anyway, I'm getting worried about Pal and Buddy locked in this basement.
Yeah, we need to get Jossie on the cast again soon. We haven't had any flexing around in a while.
Yeah,
it's all been old lady talk and taxidermy and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm flexing now, but you can't see it. So,
but for now, I think that's all.
All right, I think that's a good place to stop it. So,
yeah,
it is.
Right, lads, it's been a pleasure. Best of luck this game.
As always. Yeah.
Likewise.
Hopefully next time I'll be able to host it.
No problem, JK.
I just didn't want to play ball.
Okay, guys. Good luck.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
Take care.
All the best.